Well, as I said in part one, this is Narrows Bridge. It was It was built in 1882 by J.A. Britton. And as you can see, it says, cross this bridge at a walk. Although it looks sturdy, I can imagine it wouldn't take much for a plank or two to come loose. There's an old fact here. There are many covered bridges in Parke County due to the swift flowing streams and from the fact that they're so plentiful in this area. There were people in the area who were very good at building bridges at that time, and they have shown a real care for the bridges in this area, and they continue to care for this bridge. So we're just going to walk over it together. At one time, it covered a very fast-moving stream, and I'm not sure that this particular bridge is still covering any body of water anymore. As you can see, it's very well built, and I can imagine that there are many horse and buggies that the Amish have, which would have gone over this bridge throughout the day. So there is water down there still, as you can see. We're crossing a body of water, and it is one of the many rivers and creeks in this area. As you can see, the woodwork, it is solid. Oh yeah, it's quite a substantial body of water. You can see there's another there's another bridge going right by it. And of course they say do not swim, do not jump. I think they're afraid the kids will dive from this bridge. So I don't think this bridge sees any more traffic. Unlike the previous bridge that I visited, they still drive over that one. But this one does not see any traffic. Look at that woodwork. Look at that craftsmanship. Amazing, huh? And amazing that they have continued to maintain it and show a respect for the history of the area. As you can see, it is a gorgeous wooded area here. I never realized how beautiful Indiana is, but look at that forest. Makes you want to be there, huh? I heard a fish just jump. Imagine they do a bit of fishing down there. So you are with me in Parke County, Indiana. In a few days, we will be in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and we'll see a lot more Amish people there. Yesterday, when I was visiting with family in one of the farms, and I was amazed by the lush fruit they were growing and the green fields. And when we went to the first farm, I was amazed that all the little kids and the dad and the mom were all out in the fields working barefoot on hard straw, and came back and were walking on gravel barefoot. And I said, oh my goodness, I would not survive walking on this gravel barefoot. And they laughed and said, we've always been barefoot. We just don't know any other way. So then we got into discussing why it is that the Amish live the way they do. I don't know if you can see, but there's a man down there enjoying the river, and there's a canoe out there. They're taking it in the distance. So I asked Nancy, one of my hostesses at one of the farms, why is it that they don't use electricity? And although they do use solar, I was amazed that they had solar hooked up with their houses. So I just asked her why they avoid the modern conveniences that we so much rely on, like microwaves and televisions and cell phones. And she said, well, quite honestly, it's not that we see them as evil, but we want to preserve a simpler way of life where family and faith are at the center of it all. And she said solar for us is great because it's provided by the sun, which God provided for us. So it's free, it's efficient. Look at that walkway there. And she said, quite honestly, it doesn't cost us anything, and it's really good at what we need. So I couldn't argue with that. And so here we are at a simpler way of life. Cross this bridge at a walk. Actually, that's really good advice for walking through life. We are on a race. Scripture tells us we're in a race, but we got to stop sometimes and rest and take note of our surroundings. So I'm going to take that line with me, cross this bridge at a walk. All right, everybody, from Parke County, this is Emmy and Gracie from The Great Adventure.